Now, still with the political parties, the usual weekend political campaigns walk at Mamobi in Accra turned violent on Sunday, 13th of October 2024, resulting in 2 people being allegedly shot and others injured. The clash occurred between the supporters of the New Patriotic Party and the National Democratic Congress. According to eyewitnesses, the violence began as a dispute over which group would pass through a particular route first. Now joining us by phone is security analyst Adib Sani to help us understand the situation and how we're preparing ourselves towards the election 2024. Adib, thank you. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me. Right.
Adib, I'm not sure how to, describe this. If we should, maybe you can tell us, what is the security seeing ahead of election 2024? Well, what has just been recorded in Mamobi, we've seen Ayawaso Central, which obviously was worse. I don't know. The happenings with the EC, names not in register, EC not releasing the register, but it has released statistics towards ballot printing. People have already started raising concerns. All these clashes that we're seeing today, even without a register, if we go to the polls, are we going to be seeing worse things of this nature? Remember, we recorded persons being murdered or killed in election 2024.
All right. So it's a cacophony of issues, from the EC to general acts of lawlessness to political meddling and law enforcement and a whole lot. And we've always said it's a dress rehearsal if care is not taken, if we don't change our strategy. An exercise as common as a voter transfer culminated into violence in which someone was stabbed. A health walk turned violent, so obviously there was nothing healthy about the walk. A video, in fact, a photo of the assailant with the gun was captured. I saw it this morning.
Right.
And the individual...
I'm sorry, I also saw it this morning, but has that been confirmed that it's a photo from the scene?
It's been confirmed. I have my own people on the ground. They know him. He's a popular individual.
Okay.
And guess what? Guess what? Some individuals were arrested as a result of the violence. And they were released again. And guess what happened? That's the most interesting part. They were put on motorbikes and sprayed with powder, celebrating. The fact that they were lawless, they were arrested, I don't know what happened, they were released and they were celebrated. So in essence, what does that tell you?
Sorry, they've been arrested, they've been released, and they're celebrating already?
Yes, yes.
When was the release done?
I think it was done this morning because I was on phone with an individual on the ground. He's a very popular Zongo leader, and he was the one telling me what really happened. In fact, he added something, but I'm yet to verify that part because it is even more serious. I don't want to say it because I want to verify first. Okay, but surely they were released and they were celebrated. And as we speak, nobody is going to be held to account for what happened. And I also understand, based on information I picked up from lawyer Eduji Kamaklu, that Siraj, who is the director of operations, something like that, the police was there. And instead of arresting people, he was pleading with people to calm down. So you see, it becomes lawless when it's about politics. And that is a problem we are faced with right now. And I can assure you that nobody would be held to account for this.
Is that the assurance you want to give me? Can you not give me another assurance of maybe as a security expert, you are going to further push on for government to make sure, or the police, security agencies, to punish perpetrators?
I wish I could. I really wish I could, because that is the way to go. But when individuals invaded the court premises, this is a grievous crime, and released their own, what happened? They were slapped on the back of their hand and asked to pay money, and I'm not sure the money came from their pocket. So you see, in Ghana, you can get away with crime if it is tied to politics. As simple as that. What politicians can do and get away with it, you and I, if we dare try, will languish in police cells.
I mean, we're
What
seeing
happened?
it with the, what's it called? Democracy Hub protesters. And where we're seeing, you know, just signs of it, how people can be, if you don't belong to any political party, what you're likely to go through.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
I'm saying that we're seeing an example of the democracy protesters, the Democracy Hub protesters. They did not even cause any harm to any human being, shoot a gun or stab anyone. But this is what they had to face. So if we have people who have actually, you know, caused harm, injury to human life, then what exactly is going on?
That is the problem, because in criminology, there's what we call rational choice theory. Before you perpetrate a crime, you are a human. You are able to ration. You are able to rationalize things before you do it.
Yeah.
What is the reward? What is the risk? If I steal this phone, would I be arrested? Would I be held to account? If I steal the phone, no, nobody would arrest me. So if the risk factor is higher than the reward factor, I'll automatically be disincentivized. But if the reward factor of not being arrested, of getting away with it, of me being beyond reproach, I will do it again, because A, B, C did it. So if E does it, I don't think there's a problem with it, because it becomes the order of the day. And that is the harsh reality we are confronted with so far as politics is concerned in Ghana. All right, so the first thing that they do is, which part of the political divide does the person belong to? Then they say the long arm of the law. Sometimes it is a very short arm. It pretends to have a very short arm, so it's not able to reach up to certain individuals who fall foul of it. So it is a sad situation, and when it happens that way, it encourages people to be lawless, because they have the backing of the politicians. And as we go into this year's election, which is proving to be a very decisive one, in fact, the most important one so far as our fourth republic is concerned, because I've always indicated that this election is going to prove whether we have arrived as a truly consolidated democracy or we're still experimenting. But it all falls on the credibility of the process.
If the two parties that were involved, if the other side sees what has been done already, it can actually push the so-called victims to also decide to be lawless at any opportunity, you know, given them.
Honey, that is the problem, because lately I've seen people have a penchant to grab arms. To be honest with you, I've had many people call me, how do I get a pistol? How do I get a pump? How do I do this? How do I do that? And I ask why. Then they tell me we have lost confidence in the state's ability to protect us. The last time people died and nobody has been held to account. So I wouldn't also want to die. So how do I ensure I don't die? By protecting myself. And that is the thing. So in a quest to protect themselves, they all also fall foul of the law. That is why confidence and trust in states, institutions, ability and capacity to ensure the right thing is done is extremely critical. So if someone does the wrong thing and is not held to account, trust me, tomorrow another person will do it.
Adib Sani, thank you for your time.